So here I have some parcel and line data. So you'll notice it's familiar. It's from the demo earlier. So it's not just the parcel data, but I also have some line data going in here this time. And there's two big things I want to talk about in this demo. So the first one is you'll notice that the geometry validators are chained together. So not only is there one geometry validator, but there's two feeding into each other. The first is set up to test for degenerate, corrupt, and null geometries, and it's not attempting to repair because I don't want the former to be, or I don't want these to be output into the final file. And only the passport goes to the next geometry validator. And then the next test for OGC-SFA spatial standard compliance. And this one, I am going to attempt to repair it. And you can see I'm feeding the repair port right into the downstream towards the database. Likewise, there's also some line data that didn't pass the spatial standard compliance test, and it's being repaired by the geometry validator. Geometry validators do a really good job of telling us what the problems are in the data set, and we really don't want this to go to waste. So I'm routing the issue locations towards the bottom part of the workspace, which is bookmarked as error logging. It extracts some coordinates, does some attribute manipulation, and essentially writes out a CSV that shows us coordinates of where the problem features are and the object ID and what is wrong with them. So in here, that it didn't pass spatial standard compliance. If you also wanted to check, for example, against a data set that's already existing, you could use a change detector. If you wanted to, and you can configure it to detect changes in geometry as well.